What's up, Abby Pepper or Abby Chili? Oh man, what's going on? What's going on? And the answer is not okay. There's too many invaders. Turn close on our country. Let's get the likes up. Get the likes up. Oh, y'all going? Is this a question? Yes, it's a question. I don't see the British flag. Is that not the British flag? Oh, it's the UK flag, ain't it? I should have. I forgot about that. It's poorly written. I can't see the whole thing. It's poorly. Okay. Why is it? Nah, I don't see it in America. Why is it? I forgot to put the it. Why is it okay? Yeah, a typo. You can't see the. What's up? What's up? Who, who you cussing at, Eva? Like, hello? Who y'all cussing at? All right, there we go. There's people that get mad at us. Well, particularly Americans, Black Americans, right? People get mad at us for repping our flag. What you giggling about? I don't think I was giggling. I don't think I was giggling. But yeah, let me see who's online. Who's online? Anybody? What's up? Exposing Live. We got the lead show. Oh, you were laughing about something? I don't know. I don't remember. Americans rep their flag though, but people have a problem with it. That's the thing. America's a country full of immigrants. What's you? I should put the Mexican flag in here. No? But people have a problem with us. But people have a problem with us, right? That's the issue. What's up, she?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I agree with what you're saying. They get to fly their flags, but when we fly our flags, we the bad guys. Oh, blah, blah, all the crap that they say. But I'm gonna keep flying my damn flag because our flag has been here long before all this stuff that we see today. Because our people are indigenous, so we've been flying our flag. And I'm confused because they don't know our history. They don't know how ancient our flag is. They think it's just it has something to do with white people. It doesn't. Our flag is ancient. It's an ancient flag. Even that Confederate flag is ours too. It's an ancient flag. So we're gonna keep flying our damn flag, whether they like it or not.
You got a kick from a live?
Who, me?
Yeah, this was somebody saying in the comments.
Oh yeah, I did because I was on a panel with this lady. She was talking about how immigrants helped us desegregate or whatever, when desegregation hurt us more than anything. Integration stripped us of cultural identity. It stripped us of autonomy. It stripped us of our ability to have ownership of ourselves. But this lady, she was caping and acting like integration helped us. All it did was strip us of our ability to have ownership and rights over ourselves. So I don't I'm confused. That's why she kicked me, because she was talking about black immigrants, they did this. Yeah, they came over here and they fucked us over in so many ways, because they just didn't understand what was happening in the first place, or the history that was here.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, these folks are interesting, none to say the least. I'd advise all FBAs to go over there. Or go over where? Where are we going? Huh? Where are we going?
First of all, our ethnic group is only like what? I'll give us 60 million, because most of us don't do a census. Why we have to cape for immigrants who have their own continents or their own countries that have their own groups of people? Why do we have to cape for them? That's why I'm confused. Why don't they cape for themselves?
Right. What's up, Murray? Keep liking the live, y'all. Keep tapping that screen, baby.
Come from South Carolina, reclassified to Negro indigenous peoples, Ameri Indians. So I don't know. People talking about we have to cape for immigrants. We ain't no damn immigrants to this land. What the hell? Are they
What part of
lost?
South Carolina?
Charleston.
Oh, Charleston, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I got folks from Clarendon, Orangeburg, PD area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm up here in New York now, but my people, half my family migrated up north, but half of them stayed down there.
No one is illegal on stolen land. Why are people fleeing to stolen land? Nobody's illegal on stolen land.
It's so funny. They can't find nobody on the earth who looks like us, but somehow we're connected to all these different groups.
Nobody's illegal on stolen land, but people are rushing and leaving, coming in droves to come to stolen land. People doing whatever it takes to come to stolen land. So Christopher Columbus discovered land. Yeah, okay, yeah, he discovered land with people already on it. Read Animal Farm. Yeah, Christopher Columbus came to a land with people already on it. Like, are you not believing that people were already in America when Christopher Columbus got here? Oh, brother, TikTok really is frying people's brain cells. Uh, he stole the land. He actually got kicked out of the land. You want to be technical? He actually got kicked out. It was his conquistador buddies that stole the land. So yeah. Anybody on YouTube in StreamYard? Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's going on with StreamYard? Nobody commenting yet? Can I go live on Instagram? It says error. Weirdo. But you can't come on my panel. That's why. Like, keep your slurs to yourself. You're the weirdo, dude. Why would you why do you call somebody a slur every day? You're under every tweet of mine. Like, where's your wife at? Where's your family? Where's your kids? Y'all be grown men obsessed with another grown man. Like, that's weird. Y'all be grown men obsessed with other grown men. Is it the chemicals in the food? Like, is it the chemicals in the food? Is it drugs? Like, what is it? What's wrong with these dudes?
You know how tall you are.
I'm 6 feet.
The reason why I asked that is because American Indians were recorded to be tall. They were tall. And that disproves these little tiny fake natives that we have today. The tall people in our community, most of us are tall. You know, it just shows who we are. And nobody
Right,
looks like y'all. Y'all are huge. You're huge in stature. You have long limbs, and you have features like nobody on planet Earth.
right,
It's just confusing how they wrote that the American Indians had long limbs, but yet we have these so-called natives that are so tiny. Like, but look how they look. How are they us?
right. Yeah, like, yeah, Susquehanna. I got Susquehanna lineage, and they were like 8 feet tall.
Yep, and if you look at our people are huge. That's why we dominate sports.
Mhm. Yep, them Europeans were short. They were like 5'5" and stuff. They was getting towered over by Indians and stuff. So a majority were tall. Yes, yeah, you're right. Some of our tribes were short. What's up, Clout? What's up, Clout?
Us for tall men, it's just the proof of in the pudding. That that's us right there. Especially our men. A lot of the American Indian men were huge, like giants. They're big. Not all of them were big, of course. There were a lot of them that were big.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm glad I'm on the taller side. So imagine being short.
Hey, don't do.
Imagine being short. I'm not gonna never saying tall Mexican.
Yeah. So it just doesn't make sense. But
How
like
long y'all been? I'm gonna ask the chat. How long y'all been following me?
for me.
A year for you. How long y'all? If people in the chat, how long y'all been following me? Almost a year. Almost a year. Couple years. Yeah, for a while now. February since Twitter. I've been colonized. Colonized by who? Definitely not by none of you people. I ain't been colonized by none of you. Here. What's up? Before your break from the app. Followed me since before my break from the app. But that happened
Hello.
like that happened 22. But yeah, what's up?
Happy 4th. I don't know if you're in the United States.
Yeah, I'm in the United States. Happy 4th.
Yep. Why is it okay for foreigners to rep their flags, but not Americans? Yeah, I came up because, I've experienced the backlash on this app because I fly the flag in my what do you call it? Logo, whatever it is, my
The
tag,
bio. Mhm.
yeah. And yeah, I even get backlash from like some, Black Americans.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Right.
But yeah, definitely. Well, a lot of folks have a lot of these, folks from foreign nations outside the United States. They feel as though that Black Americans, we carry national pride and our ethnicity, particularly Black, right? When you say you're Black American, and you're flying the flag, you get really a lot of backlash from, Black Caribbeans, Black Africans,
Yep.
as if though that we don't have a right to the American flag, right? That does not belong to Black Americans. Because folks around the world like to say that Black Americans don't have a nation. And God forbid if we say the United States is our nation, right? They have a major problem with that.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, the U.S. and the the United States is my nation. It is my nationality. So, I don't want to say, there's a lot of resentment appears to be at least, a lot of resentment of that Black Americans receive globally from other Black countries.
All right. Yeah.
And it's not okay, right? It's not okay, right? They should be honest, and they should be respectful and appreciate that that Black Americans, we fought. My father was in the military.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather, my uncles, we served in every WAR since our country was established, right? The 13 American colonies. Actually, the very war that we're celebrating today, Black regiments actually served in the War of 1776 Revolutionary War. So you wouldn't know that history if you're not Black American. Exactly. So I have every right to have national pride. I have every right to fly the American flag because my people served in this country. We fought for these liberties that everybody now gets to benefit from, right? So I don't get that, I'll land.
Thank you for sharing. What indigenous language come up here, Afro? The one you're speaking right now, English. Folks have cut. All types of things,
Yep, and they mad at us for flying our damn flag. That's been our flag forever.
What's up, MJ?
What's up?
He's a troll. So.
Yeah, I was about to say, get this child off my stage, please. Y'all have not anything else better to do? Like y'all ain't no cookout or nothing?
Oh, I just came from a cookout. I'm in New Jersey.
Nice.
And I brought a plate home with me.
So
no, but see the question down there. The gentleman said, "We have no." You're funny. English is not indigenous language, right? Well, my people have been here 500 years, so we're most indigenous and native than any other population, even the European settlers. But you have no problem with white tea Americans to fly the American flag, none. But you want to discard the contributions that Black America has made to this nation. You want to disregard, undermine, minimize. Because the reason why they do that is because we're not supposed to have made it through.
So about that.
We're not supposed to have made it through and continue to rise, as the great Maya Angelou would have said, right? Still we rise. Still we rise.
I'm up here, Shona. Like, why are you hiding in the comments? You gonna be at every live trying to troll me? Yeah, that's why we don't take y'all seriously. That's why we don't take y'all seriously at all. What's up, Love I Am? What's up, Tonga? There'll be no America without us facts.
Yeah, absolutely. There will be no America without Black America. Black America is a nation within a nation. We're 50 million plus strong in population. Our numbers in the United States is larger than most countries.
Why would you go? But you got the Mexican flag. in your bio. Like what? You got the Mexican flag in your bio. Right. Well, we're talking about suppress my people, but you got the Mexican flag in your bio. Like, y'all so unserious. They're all corporations, dude.
And it's so funny they're talking about oppression. It's just so funny to me because you see, like in South Carolina, the Gullers fought 100-year war. You think the ancestors will be so pleased with you talking about you're oppressed by the people that they were literally beating? They were beating them. So you talk about oppression. I don't have that oppressive mindset. My people are not oppressed. We're victors. So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
How is that funny? It's not funny. Higher oppression does not mean people are still not oppressed. Do Black Americans speak Cherokee or Sioux language? If they're Cherokee and they speak Cherokee, do you forget that Black people enrolled in Cherokee and Lakota? Claiming to be a free country but not going against the Constitution. That is open. Like, what country are you from? What country are you from? Huh?
It's funny, you know, the gentleman with the Mexican flag questioning, you know, Black America. At the end of the day, the Mexican people, the population of the Mexican people today are not the indigenous Mexicans. Those are people, those are our conquerors and colonizers that came to Mexico.
But yeah, I was about to say, you're from Nigeria. Nigeria didn't exist until the 1900s. My grandma was older than Nigeria.
No, Mexico stole that country from the Aztecs and the Mayans. You G-sided those people. I travel to Mexico and not just on vacation. Most of you are Hispanic, Spanish, Spaniards from Spain. You're not indigenous Mexican.
Oh, brother, Shabaka is back. Talking about the RBG flag. It wasn't for the Navajos. You have been speaking Japanese. Like, name 10 Japanese that came over here. All right, love you too. BRB. See you. Talk to you later. What's up, Saturday? What's your point? You mean the Spaniards stole the land from the Aztecs? Please learn your history. But y'all are mostly Spaniard. A lot of y'all are mostly Spaniard in Mexico. Or got a good amount of Spaniard in y'all. You know, y'all be coming back with 70% Spaniard. Why are you ashamed to be come up here, Apache? Y'all talk all this shit in the comments, but y'all don't isn't Mexico stolen land? Huh? Isn't a lot of these countries stolen land? Let's talk about it.
You don't even have the phenotypes. You don't even look like indigenous Mexicans or indigenous Aztecs and Mayans. You don't even look like them. You look like you're Spaniards.
I didn't know they had to look a certain way.
Well, if you ever saw the Aztecs and Mayans, you know that those folks who call themselves Mexicans are from Spain. They're white tea Europeans.
Okay, but you know the ancient Aztecs had long bridge noses, but you had a mixture of everybody, like indigenous Aboriginals. They mixed with the Mexicans, so you got Mexicans as dark as me right now in Mexico.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the original native indigenous Mexicans.
Well,
They were the Aztecs and the Mayans. They were not Spanish from Spain and Europe and French. They were not.
The Mayans are Guatemalan, Mexican.
I'm just saying because you were talking about him now. You say he didn't look like, I thought
I said because he doesn't. He's from Spain, sir. Didn't you not hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
And why are you up here caping for freaking Mexicans? And I guess you're a black man, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm.
Okay.
Wait. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
I don't see a problem with that.
I do. I see a problem when I hear black. Oh, okay. Like I said,
Actually, just
Right.
like I
all
said,
right.
Black America has stood on the front lines and allow others to come in and stand on our shoulders and benefit from the things that we fought for, the laws and legislations that we put through, and they all benefit from it. And then they want to discard us. They want to erase us.
Yeah.
And you're going to come up here and challenge me for them. Man, get out of here.
See, let me tell you something about me. I'm aware how they feel about us. I see it. But see, it's not like I'm singing kumbaya with them or representing them because I just made one statement. So that doesn't describe my whole characterization of how I feel about them emotionally, because they think you said it right. I agree with every single word you just said about standing on the shoulders, coming over here, want to take advantage of some of the benefits that our forefathers fought and leaked for and suffered for, and they get over here and act like they own everything. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Also, what's amiss of what I think is amiss now is they're telling us, okay, everything is okay. You all are descendants of slaves, and the 14th Amendment was meant exclusively for you and naturalized citizens. So you have nothing to worry about.
Did I make you run last night, Moses? Yeah, like I showed you a source and everything. You have shit to say. So why do y'all think y'all so special for trolling people? Like, get a life. Y'all are like in y'all 30s and 40s and shit. Like, go find a life.
But yeah, no, like I would never represent or fly the American flag just because I wouldn't do it.
Are you from America?
Am I from the United States?
No, yeah. Are you from America? Yes.
Yes, in California.
Do you have ties to the United States?
Yes.
Do you have indigenous ties to the United States?
Indigenous ties?
Yes.
Well, Mexicans are indigenous to the U.S. So.
Where? What tribe?
No, there's no tribe.
No tribe. So how are you indigenous to the United States if you don't come from a tribe here? Huh?
Sorry, what was that?
How are you indigenous to the United States when you don't come from a tribe here?
So Mexicans are indigenous to the United States in the sense of
what tribe?
Huh?
What tribe?
There is no tribe. There literally
okay,
is no
so
tribe.
you're not indigenous to the United States, sir. You're not indigenous to this land.
I really just got one question since you questioned.
Can
you show us some evidence that African Americans are indigenous to America?
Name 10 Africans that came over here.
Okay, so don't deflect.
No, don't run from that. Don't run from it.
I'm not running, you're running.
Name 10 Africans that came over here.
Your question, you deflect.
Eddie Murphy, send your home.
Look at my page and you'll find it.
Shameful ass nigga.
Shameful is like name 10 Africans that came over here, sir. Why can't you do that?
Why I can't do that?
If I gotta show that I'm Indian, show an African. Name 10 Africans that came over here.
God. So notice the evidence. Look, notice how bro deflect.
Like, look at my page, dude. Why did y'all look at my page, losers? Look at it.
Up here for it.
Yeah, like y'all can't name 10 Africans that came over here. Because I already know y'all can't. I already know y'all can't.
They did that little sneaky stuff, man. Yeah, I know about that. My grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee. Full-blooded Cherokee, golden copper skin. Yeah, they did a little switcheroo.
And your mother and father?
Oh, my mother, basically, I don't know what she was. She might have been mixed with something else. But my dad, he was Cherokee. And see, I'm a remnant.
Do I have a mod in here?
Skin pigmentation. I think my dad was Choctaw from the state of Mississippi, Neshoba County.
For sure. Is that, and do I have a mod in here? Mod you. All right, for sure. You can sometimes your Monte live. Yeah, I know Monte's
Funny
lives.
how they say in the Americas. What do you mean in the Americas? In the United States
I got
or
you.
the Americas? What do you mean? South America, Central America? What? Where? North America? What do you mean by the Americas? Just South America, Central America, North America?
It doesn't say in the Americas. It says, why is it okay for foreigners to rep their flags, but not Americans?
No. I'm talking about somebody down in the chat. He says we have complete African religions in the Americas.
I'm being mean on these panels. I'm sorry.
Why do you want to rep the American flag? Because our people made it. Why do y'all rep y'all foreign flag, y'all corporation flags? Okay, for sure.
They rep their flag, which they have no national loyalty to. None.
I need to go back.
None. Zero.
When you say it's okay, hi, Darvid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I'm talk on this? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead, talk. You just gotta use TikTok friendly language.
Okay. When you say okay for foreigners, you mean okay by who?
It's okay for they can like. So I'm asking, why are they complaining about us waving an American flag, but they get to wave their flags?
They're hypocrites. They are just hypocrites, and them having their flag is an overcompensation for the fact that they have nothing to be proud of.
Genealogy.
Who's complaining? Y'all haven't seen like y'all don't be on Twitter, y'all don't be on X. Y'all don't be on Twitter. Y'all don't be on TikTok.
I have more sense to be on X, but I don't know who's.
All right. You hear me talking. You hear me while I wasn't finished. Right? Y'all don't be on the internet. There's plenty of people that complain about people that look like me. Big Mad just expressed her experience of people getting mad at her for repping the U.S. flag because they believe it's a YT country. Like you have people in the comments getting their stuff off about it. So what are we talking about? Just because you don't see it, right, doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
They didn't have no problem with that when you wear that patch in the military, that flag on your uniform.
Okay, I still don't see the evidence. I mean, if a benefit center was
well, put an American flag in your bio and go around.
Why?
Why? So you can see what I'm talking about.
Dude, there's plenty of American flags where I don't see anybody getting stopped for patriotism, man. What are you talking about, dude? Stop gaslighting me. Stop gaslighting me.
You know, Traveler, could I just respond to Traveler?
Yeah, go ahead. Go share your experience,
accounts.
Big man. Go ahead.
I have 2 accounts, and I'm on a lot of these lives, and people are very familiar with me. And I purposely, I didn't have the flag in my bio. And I started, and when I would tell people that I'm Black American, that would even make them mad. And they would say, no, you're not. You're African. Okay. Now, mind you, I'm a 61-year-old woman, right? I know my genealogy. I know my maternal side and my paternal side. It is all from the South of this nation. South Carolina maternal, paternal, Louisiana, right? So I don't have any other known relatives outside this country, going back to the 1700s, all documented U.S. Census. Then I decided one day to put in my American, then I said, okay, let me put my American flag in. Maybe I don't have to explain to people that I'm Black American. Maybe I'll come in and they already see that I'm American. And boy, I get backlash. Why you have that, your nation are oppressors? Why are you aligning with your country and blah, 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 your nation and this, that, and the other thing? Are you kidding me? The same way you align with your nation.
So
America, yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
I'm sorry.
My father, uncles, grandfather, they served in every war. Korean War, World War I, II. Me and the host was just talking about it. War 1776, 1812, Civil War.
Yep.
We made it so. We made it so for all those flags.
Do y'all remember? Does anybody listen to hip hop? Do you listen to hip hop, host? You listen to hip hop, sir?
Yeah. What are you getting at?
So do you remember when the diplomats made it huge? They were wearing American flag jackets, bandanas, all different types. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know who the diplomats are. Yes.
Oh, and do you remember when they were making super American flag stuff, especially after 9/11 and everything? I mean, bandanas and jackets. Do you remember them getting backlash, sir?
Are you negating Big Mac? Why are you dismissing Big Mac's experience, sir?
I'm talking about you, sir.
I'm talking. Why are you dismissing? Why are you dismissing Big Mac's point, sir? Why are you arguing that?
You're scary. You're scary.
I'm scary. Shut the fuck up. How about that? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's like stop calling my page like a flag. And I'm a bitch. Get off my goddamn panel. Why y'all so tough on TikTok? Y'all niggas are TikTok gangsters. Like I ain't never seen so many gangsters on the app. Yeah, everybody's tough on the internet, dude.
Why did he just make an assumption about what? See, I came to the panel to ask what you meant because I was trying to figure out what authority is having an issue with us having flags. But I know plenty of instances where people from other countries will literally scrutinize Black Americans for having our flag.
What the fuck is that? Hold on, what the fuck he just say? I dig deep in you. What type of y'all sus as fuck on here. Get this nigga muted. Mute this nigga.
This is how bad it is. In Love I Am, you're correct. This is how bad it is, host. That remember when President Trump sent over to Congo the colonel. What's it? No. He's the colonel. He's a colonel, right? So the four-star general, right over there, Langley. And they were saying that he was he should be ashamed of himself. He should, here's a man serving his country, his nation, a black man. But yet somehow, some way, he should reject his nation for Africa. Now, when should someone who is serving the military in any country, rather it's Nigeria, rather it's any nation, if you're in the military of that nation, there's no expectation. Your nationality has nothing to do with race. Your patriotism and service to your country has nothing to do with race. But these Black people in the diaspora have a problem with Black Americans serving their nation, having pride in their nationality and the contribution their ancestors made to this land. They don't want you to talk about it. They don't want you to acknowledge it. And if you try to acknowledge it, they will try to deny that it is the case. It's crazy.
They want to alienate you.
Oh, no. Yeah, they want to erase us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, my opinion is that, they feel like they were a part in this whole slave trade thing. And for all intents and purposes, they thought that we were the throwaway people and that we were not supposed to survive. But
Right.
instead, we not only did we survive, we thrived. We have made progress, the greatest progress of any oppressed people globally. No one has achieved and thrived like the Black American has, considering the what our history and any atrocities that were launched against us.
What's up? We
And
got
to
Philly.
say that, I say that because that proves that Black America, we have no allies, none.
What's up, Philly? Where you from? What's your ethnicity?
I'm black, bro.
From where? You're Black American. Like, what does that mean? Black American, a Black African, a Black Caribbean?
Black American. Yeah. There's no such thing as Black Caribbean, bro.
No such thing. All right, fine, sure. What you got for the topic?
Yeah, I think if you're black, you can definitely rep the American flag. You can't call yourself indigenous though, but you can definitely rep the flag.
Why not?
Because black people are indigenous to Africa.
All right, cool. Nate, which when did your African ancestors come here?
Say it again.
When did your African ancestors come to America?
Between the 1500s and the 1700s.
What year?
Huh?
What year? In what location?
Why would I care about that?
Why would you care about? It's your family, sir. You don't care about your
family?
family?
It's not my family. My family's alive, bro. Those are ancestors.
And why don't you care about your ancestors, sir? It's a part of your bloodline.
They're dead. There's no need to care about them.
Unalive, sir. You gotta say unalive.
Yeah, they're unalive. There's absolutely no need to care about them.
There's no need to care? Okay, cool. So, guess what? You can take your exit off my panel. Uh-huh. Yo. I'm not.
Is to reference your ancestry.
He's not from America. He's not from America.
He didn't even sound black.
Yeah, he's from. Yeah, I heard the African accent too. He's not from Philly. He is not from Philly. He's an African living in Philly, probably.
Well, you better hide.
Yeah, I bet you Africans don't care about their ancestors because y'all can't name nothing past y'all great grandparents.
He probably went on Ancestry.com like a lot of them went on there and got lied to.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Who is this? Yeah, what's going on?
Hello, what's up, everybody? Why is it okay for foreigners to rep their flags, but not Americans? Americans can rep their flags. Who's stopping you from repping your flags? I'm American. I'll be repping my flag sometimes.
You're American? What part of America you from?
Born and raised in Miami.
Born and raised in Miami. Where your grandparents from?
Haiti. The third flag that's on here after the word flags is the British, Nigerian, and the Haitian flag, and then Jamaican. I'm right there with the red and blue flag.
So you're a Haitian?
Yes, I am.
So your flag is the third flag?
Yep.
Not the last flag next to the question mark?
That's my flag too.
You sure?
Yeah.
Did your parents fight in any WARs here? Your family?
I'm American by birth here.
By birth? Or are you American by blood though?
I'm American by birthplace.
By birthplace, but are you American by blood?
I mean, Haiti's still in the Americas.
Well, I'm talking about the United States, the only people that have that flag.
But the United States is not the only Americas.
But we're talking about the only ones with the American flag, the United States.
Canada is part of the Americas. Mexico is part of the Americas.
But Canada has their own flag, ma'am.
So you're talking about what?
Mexico has their own flag, ma'am. It's United States Flag Day, ma'am.
Oh, United States Flag Day. Oh, happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud to be an American. 'Cause at least I know I'm free. And shout out to the people who died, who gave their life for me.
On the lives.
Oh,
Johnson Fruits in the chat, y'all.
my people stand up next to you. You know that I won't down.
All right. Well, we got Isaiah on the panel.
You're literally first generation. You're first generation American, literally.
Yes, that's correct. First generation.
Your parents are immigrants.
That is
you are
correct.
not. You are not American. You're
What?
Haitian
Well, you just
American.
said
The
I'm
only
You're
way
Haitian. You're Haitian American, babe.
The only way she can be,
Yes, I am.
You're not Black American. You're Haitian American.
the only way she
Yeah,
can
but they don't have that on the census. You know, when
Yes,
you fill
they
out a
do.
job
Yes, they
application
do.
and they'll
Yes,
say,
they-
are you
yes, they
black,
do. Yes,
white,
they do.
Pacific
No,
Islander?
Black or African
It
American.
don't say Haitian American on there. I wish it did, but it doesn't.
Does.
The only way she can be an American citizen is if she's
you never
neutralized.
filled one out.
She's been
That's
naturalized.
Haitian
I
American.
always fill out the
Hold
other.
on, just TV
You know
one
what has
mic.
the other? I always fill out the others and put Haitian.
Oh, for
But you
sure.
know what?
But
When you're
so
filling
that
out
means
those
you're not American. You're
documents-
not classified. You'll find yourself as an American. Then.
But I am American though, so I'll just put black.
You're a citizen. You're a citizen of
I'm
the
American
U.S.
citizen.
Yes.
But I would put black, but I feel like I'm misclassifying myself.
Become ICE.
No, you couldn't put
sometimes
black.
I'll even put white tea, you know. Why
Sometimes
not?
you. I bet you do.
Yeah, sometimes I put white tea. But you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff going on, like racial stuff going on. I don't really like to get involved into it because I know y'all trying to fight for reparations and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't think I deserve that or my family deserves that because we have our own country.
Right.
We have a whole country already. So y'all here, y'all built everything here. You know, I respect the hustle. I respect everything y'all put into where everyone's able to come here and benefit. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no issue with Black Americans. I think y'all cool people or whatever. Y'all taught me how to, you know, twerk and stuff. I think that's really fun. That's fun. I love twerking. It's fun.
That's all you got.
I think there's a lot of intelligent Black American people. There's so many of them too. They're so witty and fun. I love cornbread.
You love cornbread.
Yeah, it's good, especially when you put the real corn in there. It's real
And I
good.
guess you like eating cats too, cats and dogs.
I've never tried that actually.
Okay. Yeah, you see how that feels? Don't feel so nice now, right?
I mean, we have other foods. I mean, I didn't say
Yeah.
chitlins. I like to eat
Yeah.
chitlins. I didn't say chitlins because I know
Yeah,
that's a sensitive thing.
the first thing you learn. Yeah, the first thing she said. Just wait. What's up, Isaiah?
Afternoon, how y'all doing?
No, we don't
Where you
eat
from?
cats
What's
and
your
dogs.
ethnicity? Where you from? What's
My
this?
ethnicity?
Hold on.
I'm
I'm
African-
talking
I'm
to Isaiah.
African-
Hold on. You're what?
Okay.
Go ahead.
African
Go ahead.
American.
African American from where?
Yeah.
Huh?
Say it again.
African American from where?
From where? Well, America,
What part of America?
Connecticut.
You got you. Where's your grandparents from?
My grandparents from St. Croix, because St. Croix is also a U.S. territory.
St. Croix is just also a U.S. Don't y'all got your
Yeah.
own flag?
Yeah, we do. But within that flag, you can see the American signet to show that we are part of that. We are Americans at the end of the day.
You got your own flag though.
Yeah, but again, the American insignia.
Did your family fight in the Revolutionary WAR?
What do you mean?
Did they fight in the Revolutionary WAR? Did any of your
What is
family
that? Can you
members
elaborate,
fight?
please?
Did y'all fight in America?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Pretty sure. How?
Well, my
You don't
grandfather
know?
did fight. My grandfather fought in Vietnam, so yes.
In Vietnam. That's it?
Yeah. I also
You
have.
ain't got no grandfathers that fought in the
Queen Mary.
WW2 or WW1?
WW1, WW2. I wouldn't remember.
You wouldn't remember.
No, I would not.
I know my great grandfather that fought in WW1.
So
Well, I
what
got
does
a
that
couple
do?
that fought in WW1.
I don't get it. Where were you going with this? I don't get it.
Did you got any family that fought in the Civil War?
My entire family was in the Civil War. I have no idea. Oh yes, Queen Mary. Queen Mary. Yes, my fault.
Queen Mary. What?
Well, that's what I call her family members for me, stuff like that. But yeah.
What state were they a part of? Were they part of the Union or the Confederate?
I don't know the full details, sir. I really do not.
You're not American.
I'm not an American.
Nope, you don't know
By
American
what
history. Nope.
standards? Because I don't know whether or not my family fought in the Civil War.
Yeah, your folks
That's the
ain't
standard.
put your folks ain't put blood, sweat, and tears into this country. Nope.
And yours did.
Yep.
So how
Every
can you
war, every war they fought in every war, and
So I guess you have to fight. So I guess you're fighting.
They fought in every war. They fought in every war. They built cities and towns. Yes, they did. My family, you can talk. You can find my family history books, sir.
Is that okay?
Maybe.
Is that okay? I'll wait.
Maybe. What's up, Creole girl? What's up, Kenya? Yep, including the Revolutionary War, 1776. Uh-huh. Why would you come up if you're not ready? Wow. What's up, Safa? Hold on, is this the Safa I know? Or I thought this was Safa Karu. What's up, Safa? I thought it was Safa Karu, man.
I think I remember you. I think you keep mistaking me from some other software, bro.
Yeah, Safa Karuism. Uh-huh.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, you?
Yeah. Can I answer it or someone else is going?
No, you good. You can answer.
Oh, okay. Why is it okay for foreigners to have their flags but not American? There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay for you guys to rep your flags. It's okay. I don't see.
Where you from again, Safa?
I'm Bahamian and my heritage is Haitian.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'll just put this up because there are people that get eerie.
Yeah, so I agree with it. Like, everybody it should be okay. I don't see why people complain about repping their flags.
Sure.
You understand?
I got you.
Yeah, so I'm not against it as well. I think everybody should just be cool with each other. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, like I heard. Wait, so do you have something against people that's not from America?
I ain't got nothing against people that's not from America.
Notice the way you spoke to that guy about like his heritage. You know?
His problem.
I ain't got no problem. Folks gotta understand they not a part of a certain history.
Oh, okay.
But how do you even know I'm not a part of that history? I don't even know if I'm not a part of that history.
Yeah, because you don't know. That's how I know. That's how I know you don't know.
So that's illogical, incoherent as hell.
It's not illogical because I've done the research. Go do the research, sir.
Well, yeah, but I think my heritage.
Explain this to me. So if a random American who's been here for like, I don't know, 50 plus years, that just has no idea what
they're not from America. So they're not from America. They got here 50 plus years. If they got here 50 years ago, if they got here 50 years ago, sir, they're not American. If they got here 50 years ago, they're not American.
Raised here 50 years ago.
Yeah, born and raised here 50, but what is your history beyond that? Exactly.
Your argument is predicated on the idea that you have to know your history in order to be a
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Are you going to go over to Asia? If you don't know, are you going to speak about Asian history? If you don't know about Asian history,
I know about my 1804 history a little bit.
For sure, exactly.
1804 in the house. Woo woo.
Yeah, I'm aware of that one, but I think you should kind of know like where your history is at.
Yeah, my history is based over there. So
are you Haitian too?
I just be in America. I just be here to learn.
Are you Haitian? Naissance, are you Haitian?
Oui, moi haïtien. Est-ce que haïtien?
I think she said she was born in America.
I am Haitian, yeah.
He's first generation.
When parler Creole too.
Why is it okay to grill and consume animals in abundance? Hold on, why is it okay to consume animals in abundance on 4th of July? Because that's how nature works.
And they taste good.
That's how nature works. Everybody, people gotta understand. I was gonna say people gotta understand.
Are you vegetarian?
I'm a vegetarian. Well, somebody asked
I'm
it, but I'm a vegetarian. But I understood that. Hold on,
pork rib.
Yeah, well, so I'm a vegetarian, but I understand people. Well, shit. How golf like people that like this what people gotta study what people actually ate. Like Powhatan, right? The Powhatans ate turkey. That's a revered animal. They ate turkey. They ate fish
Fish,
because they live near
exactly.
water.
But
Like
what you're a
folks,
vegetarian? What that got to do with anything?
they live near water.
Eat
Yes,
what you
they
want.
mostly ate.
Eat what
Hold
they
on one
want.
second. They mostly ate grains and fruits. Yes, but they ate animals. There's certain areas where crops wouldn't grow in the winter. It was hard to get food, so they had to hunt. You know? Yeah, like alive, y'all. Let's go to 20,000 likes. That's why folks gotta study. I really study this shit. Folks gotta study the cultures of where they came from. Barbecue literally came from the Arawak. What do you think they were barbecuing? Grapes? They was barbecuing grapes.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like I read about a lot of American history, but not too much about it. I don't know no knowledge.
Well, the name came for it. The concept of barbecue. Hold on, the concept of barbecue didn't come from them because we were barbecuing in the United States too, different parts of North America. Folks got but the name barbecue came from the Arawak, but folks is already doing that culturally all over the Americas. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you on that one. America has a lot of hidden history that they don't tell the public. I feel like. Yeah.
Duffy, you just brought up something that I wanted to respond to too, because you said because you brought up history. So just to respond to the prompt too. Why is it okay for foreigners to rep flags, not Americans? I think people have an issue with the American flag. I don't. I rep my flag all the time, but I think people have an issue with the American flag because it's history that people like to extrapolate and then apply it to the entire country, which is, in my opinion, dumb. Because just because you have a bad history doesn't mean that it defines your country. Your bad history shapes your nation, doesn't define it.
Bro, why is respect, brother? Respect. Morning, good evening, good night, whatever. Yeah. Why is the Jamaican and Haiti flag up there? I don't understand.
I'm putting all the foreign flags in the bio in the title.
Why is Jamaican and Haiti foreigners?
Why is the UK? Why is the UK? Why is the UK, Ghanaian, Somali, Ethiopian flag in there?
Yeah, but we're the same. Haiti and Jamaica, we're the same people as you, bro.
Y'all the same people. Hold on. Name 10 things the tribes in the United States did.
Say that again, bro.
Name 10 things the tribes in the United States did.
You done a lot of things for black people. I like Black American. I see them as my brother.
Yeah. I mean, we could be cousins. I don't mean we not one big nigga. I'm sorry to break it to people. We not one big nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Folks got their own histories and their own culture. People, it'd be a lot more respect. It would be a lot more respect between. It would be a lot more respect between different parties if people respected their differences.
Bro, I can understand what you're saying, but we only got dropped off in different part of the world.
Everybody ain't got the same shared history.
No, we're the same people, but we got different culture. That's it, bro.
Yeah, we got similar phenotypes, but we got different cultures because we have different ancestry. Hold on, all tribes in America didn't get along. The Haudenosaunee and Algonquin were always gathered with each other. Hold on one second. The Muskogee and the Choctaw, the Cherokee and the goddamn Muskogee were always at each other's necks. What are we talking about? Hold on one second. You got Siouan speaking people. They ain't want you on their land. You couldn't come on certain tribes' land if you wasn't them. That just comes with it. This ain't nothing divisive. It's just what it is. It's human nature.
Bro, I'll understand you if you got a Nigerian flag, the fucking Ethiopian or Somalia. That's not our people. But I see Black America as my people because we're from the same part of the world, but different accent. But it's up to you. If you want to keep separating us, I don't know.
Ain't nobody separate. You can't separate nothing that wasn't together.
Okay.
You can't separate.
You can't say black people like to separate them, bro. Because at the end of the day, Jamaica, Haiti, and all them freaking other countries, every time you guys come down here, you guys for some reason have an issue with us. Most of the time.
Wait,
what you talking about? You don't even sound. You don't even sound
was from Idaho or something. What happened?
You don't even sound America. What is that idiot talking about? You don't even sound.
I'm born and raised in America.
His accent just totally changed.
Yeah. He's from St. Croix. He's from St. Croix.
Oh, okay.
He's a fake Jamaican. That's what it is.
That's Virgin Island, right?
Yeah.
That's Virgin Islands, yes.
Okay, they're still
A
American.
good Virgin Island is a good slaves. That's what they are.
Virgin Islands used to have slaves. But why you say
Good
it's supposed to be
slave.
slave?
Good slave. That's what you are. What you known for?
Slaves. I'm saying that.
What have you done? What have you done? What have you contributed in this world?
What we have done for what St.
Yeah.
Croix did? Well, we had a revolution that happened when we were dealing with slavery at one point. His name was we called Mary V, and
Bro,
she pretty
I
much
respect
led a revolution.
the
And after that, we
only
ended up getting bought by the Americans from the Danish.
the only people I respect black people is the black Americans. The black Americans and the Jamaicans. We set the trend for black people in the world.
See what I mean? You see what I mean?
Oh,
They
no, I
entitled. They
can't
feel
let
they
that.
black
I
people
can't
up
let
there.
that.
You see, he just said he's a bit standard. You see what I mean?
I
Just give
can't.
my point.
Even the black American brother, even the black American brother is laughing because he know it's the truth.
Man. You said
We all
What the
teach
fuck
each other.
what the fuck is Virgin Island? You're a virgin. What the fuck is Virgin Island?
I know what you're talking about. But again,
Hey,
when it comes to
yo,
freaking
hello, what is
yard,
going on?
Haitians and
Mike, yo,
Americans,
what?
many people from the Caribbean
Virgin
diaspora, y'all come
Island.
down here, y'all think y'all have it better than
What the fuck is Virgin Island?
That is just real.
The hell up, Virgin Island.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the Arawak. This must be the Arawak Carib squabble because you know Arawaks and the Caribs got tension.
What you saying? That's just real. Again, like I got nothing I'm saying is wrong. That's real. When y'all come down here, y'all be sitting there moving entitled like y'all got better than black people.
See?
Up here. Like that's like for real.
This
I've
guy.
never seen that in my life.
Jamaicans
Caribbean
have their
people are the
own,
most humble
have
people
their own
ever.
nation. You have your own nation. You have your own
Yeah,
flag.
most humble people ever.
You have
What you
your
talking
own
about?
government. You're not from the United States. You're not American. You're not.
Well, my
Jamaicans
Jamaican
are
side is
very
from Virginia,
judgmental. That's
so
a
that's
fact.
You
why
are
Any Jamaican
not
would leave you on
United
that. That is a
States
fact
American.
of the matter.
You're
Okay.
Caribbean
my
American.
Jamaican side is from
You're Caribbean
Virginia.
American,
So
but you're not United States American.
Yeah, they sent.
I'm not United States. That's a corporation.
Hold on, yeah, they
I don't
sent
care
people
what.
from
I don't
Virginia.
care if it's a
Hold on, one
corporation
second,
or
one
what.
second, one
Shut your
second.
mouth.
They sent people from Virginia and Maryland and all other parts of the United States to the Caribbean. That's not a surprise. That's not a. We don't deny that. Are these the same people? What? Can someone tell me? Anybody? What are 10 things the Powhatan have done in their culture? I'm literally from these areas where the Powhatan reside.
Jamaica done a
Like
lot.
I could show you the Potomac River. I can show you the Chesapeake Bay, the Taiwan region.
I want you to
Like,
do a DNA
hold
test.
on, one second. I'm not.
deputy mayor of Maryland, and Queen Athelia or whatever, I guess, was tied with him, married my great grandfather, and then he ended up being poisoned, they said.
Why are you showing this again, if you don't mind me asking?
Because I'm honoring my ancestors. Is that a problem?
I was just trying to figure out what the point
Is that a problem?
This
And the
discussion
guy
is
said he's
part
from
of the
Maryland,
question.
and I want to ask him
Hold on,
because
Mama,
he's
I
from
ain't
that
trying to
area.
attack
So
you,
mind
and
your
I know, just
business.
asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask him because he's from that area. I haven't been over there.
Hey, darling, how are you today?
Yeah, what's up, Pamela? What's going on?
You have some very interesting rooms, I have to say.
Yeah, I brought it with this one, but the one earlier, whatever.
Well,
I'm not gonna go into that one.
Well, Virginia stretched from Maryland down to parts of Georgia, over
Yep.
to Tennessee and Ohio. That was Virginia at one time. And the question, yes, I can represent the American flag. I had two grandfathers that fought in the Revolutionary War. I did come from the bloodline of Chief Powell. Two of his daughters are my grandmothers. So the thing, man, I'm sitting up here trying not to laugh too much, but this room has been quite funny.
Just to add to what you said, even if you didn't have anything of what you just said about your history, you still would be an American citizen.
Okay, so who is this child talk to?
Isaiah, I was gonna say Isaiah.
Yeah, because I disagree
Isaiah.
with the mindset that you need to have a holistic idea of your history, your family's contribution
Yeah,
to America.
you do. When Americans are when Americans are speaking, we're from here. And we're from these areas, we're from these states you guys are occupying.
I'm still
But
in my
Isaiah's
ancestral
American
land.
too. He's from the Virgin Islands. Even if he was born in the Virgin Islands, he was still a U.S. citizen.
It's not
a U.S.
So I don't
citizen, a
understand.
U.S. citizen,
What's the whole
a U.S. citizen. Yes,
a U.S. citizen.
Yes, I'm talking about being an American. These lands by blood, Eastern Woodlands by blood.
By blood.
Yes.
Southeast
by blood.
The southeast by blood.
Are you guys referring to like
What?
indigenous stuff?
Yeah, speak it.
Y'all just making up stuff.
No, we're not making up
making up
nothing.
stuff.
We're not making up nothing.
I'm just asking,
Listen,
like, you guys
if
from
you
like an
can't
indigenous
say-
standpoint?
most of the Virgin Islands, Jamaica, all those states or countries, there was a time where they were just a country before the United States got and bought them. So they have their years.
The United States don't have Jamaica. That's the
British,
England.
whatever.
The Commonwealth.
But they
And
still
before
they
England,
still-
it was Spain, right? In Jamaica, right?
Yeah, it
So
was
you were-
Spain.
Yeah,
It was
before
Spain, yeah.
it was Spain, and then it was England. That's Jamaica's history.
Yeah.
Right.
My dad got into Rios.
The thing is,
Okay, but the Louisiana Purchase was ruled by the French, and there's still Black people who are Indians that still live in Louisiana till today.
Okay,
Right.
and
And they're
that's
still
the people. They're
And
still
that's the
they're
people,
Americans.
Right.
That's they own people too, and they'll
Long
tell
as
you
they
they'll
are
let you
still-
Yeah, my people own
they'll let you know that.
As long as they are still on their ancestry land, where their people have been there thousands of years, then those are the people.
Understand that
Yes,
most
my
Black people in
paternal
America
paternal
don't have.
side is from
Go ahead, go ahead,
Louisiana.
go ahead.
But yeah, y'all.
We've been there, and my maternal is from South Carolina, and we've been there. We still have our land.
Wow.
Well, if
Just
your
that
people's
most
from,
Black
if your
people don't
people's from
have complete,
Louisiana,
what's it call it?
that's up for
state-
debate
go
because
ahead.
there was a lot of Haitian immigrants that went
It
into
wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot.
repopulated
Of,
the whole state.
No,
it was.
not,
It was.
sis.
Hold on one
No, it was
second. It
not.
was. Yeah, my bad. It wasn't a lot of, and a lot of those Haitians were that say were Frenchmen coming over. Like I've seen the records of this stuff.
Yeah,
like
because
it wasn't. It's never. It wasn't
French
no
was the
big. It wasn't
prominent
no.
language.
It wasn't no big populations of Caribbeans coming to the United States. and vice versa. It wasn't no mass to overthrow no populations that's already there. It's the same thing with the African argument. Wasn't no huge amount of Africans coming to these lands to overtake the indigenous populations there. It
Okay, I just want to
wasn't.
make sure. Is
Yes,
the
it
argument
was.
is the argument predicated on the idea that you have some type of indigenous background?
It's not an idea. I know who my ancestors are.
Well, I'm just asking you, like, when you guys say, like, you know, the Americans, like, you know, whether or not you're fully American, are you coming from an indigenous, like,
I'm
idea?
indigenous. I'm an American by blood. What do you think? My bloodline runs all through these
Okay,
lands.
so that's what you mean.
Well, you look
Okay,
a
you do
little
understand that
light
less than you do understand.
I'm look a
You
little
might
white.
have some white.
What the fuck does that mean?
That's supposed to
I just
mean.
want to ask this one point.
Are the
It's like,
Khoisan white? Are the Khoisan white? They're light skinned and they're in the
And
middle
your
of
eyes
fucking
look a little
Africa.
chinky. Your eyes look a little
My
chinky.
eyes a little.
what does
The
that have to
Khoisan
mean?
got chinky eyes too. What that mean? They're in the
Okay.
middle of Africa.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Haitians
What
are
does
so
that mean?
colorist. Haitians are
By
so
this
colorist.
logic,
They're
though, by
colorist.
this
You're
logic, though,
not
you would
colorist.
agree
I'm
that.
Yes, you are.
sorry.
Yes, you are.
Don't
You
even
don't
be
even hear
spreading all
yourself.
this information
You don't even
about
hear
Haitian
yourself,
foods.
Nay. Listen to
Yo, what's
yourself.
the matter with these people on your panel?
So first and foremost, with this logic,
You don't even know your own ancestry. So how are you going to tell us our ancestry here? If I ask you to name your third great grandparents, are you going to be able to do that?
Get them.
Are you going to be able to do that, sir?
Okay, if I respond, is that fine?
Yeah, respond.
All right, so like, all right, so
third-
okay, so like, yeah, no, I can't say my third grandparent.
So
now,
how
can you
you
answer my
going to tell?
question,
How you
please? Can
going
you
to
answer
tell
my
people?
question, please?
So
No.
how you going to tell? So how you going to tell people where they're from, sir? You don't even know where you're from.
No, I asked the question first. You just answer my question with a question.
And we're good. 5%. Who's doing the testing? Did they test all Black Americans, sir?
Did they test all Black Americans? I'm pretty sure from a conducted study.
No. Did they test all Black Americans? And did they test all Africans? If they did test all Africans, you're lying because only less than 2%. Hold on, less than 2% of the African DNA is in the Human Genome Project, sir.
Okay, so let me explain to our study.
What's up, Venus?
Can I respond?
Only
Can I please
2%.
respond, man?
What's up, Venus?
Only 2%. Only 2%.
So they're not testing Africans. They're not even testing Africans. So how are they going to say our whole genome is African? Huh?
Can I respond?
But they're not testing them, sir.
Yeah,
All right,
Ancestry
so-
DNA only has less than 1,000 Nigerians in their reference panel out of 230 million. Like 1,000 out of 230 million. Make that make sense? But we all Nigerian though. This is West Indian, right? And her complexion is not going to say black; it's going to say brown. Watch.
I don't know what this is.
And my mother,
I don't know what this is a response to.
My mother is older
The fact
than
that we're from
Nigeria.
here. Period.
Yeah, her
Like-
her thing say West Indian. That means she the Arawak or Jamaica.
Yeah, but Darvin, tell these people, man, my
What's
mother and father is older than Nigeria.
Oh God. Oh God. My grandparents is older than Nigeria.
Not my mom who just passed was older than Nigeria.
Did this
Brown
dude just
complexion.
regurgitate like DNA nonsense from Skip Gates?
Ooh, Arawak with brown complexion. Ooh. 5 foot tall? I ain't pretty short.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
Oh, the lady. Oh, I thought it said male. My bad.
Okay, so you can do a Google search on this, but it took me like 5 seconds. Over
Google search.
269,000 applicants of African American diaspora that were tested. Only 5% showed some form of indigenous background. 200,000.
You said how many thousand?
That was only 5%.
How many thousand, sir?
So I'm only saying this. I'm only saying
How
this to
many?
show you that you have a
Say the
big-ass
number again.
like
How many
that.
thousand,
The number
sir?
of you being indigenous is very
Hold
low.
on. How many thousand, sir? You said thousand. How many?
169,000 out of that.
200. How many
that
Black
number of people
Americans
that
are there? How
were
many Black
kidnapped.
Americans are there? How many Black Americans are there?
Do you not know how a study works? So I have to explain.
Do you not know how populations work?
I don't think.
Oh my God! I got to explain this to
Do
you.
you know how
Okay.
populations? Do you know how numbers work, sir? So what is the population of Black Americans, sir?
First and foremost, the whole point of the study was to
What
see
is
just
the population of Black Americans? Answer my question.
Black people only make up, I think, 13 or 14% of the population.
What
I think
is
that's
the
39 million.
Give me the number of Black Americans, sir. Give me the number.
Finish instead of freaking interrupt. I said 39 million.
You said it's
In
40.
America.
It's over 40 million of
roughly.
us, sir. It's over 40.
Okay, so I was
It's
extremely
damn
close.
near.
You
It's
gave me on the
basically
40?
50 million. It's 50 million of us. Now let's divide
13
260.
13%
Let's
of-
divide
hold on,
200. Let's divide 269,000 by 50 million.
The purpose of a study? Why would you do that?
Do you not know the purpose of population sizes and samples?
You do the
Why
math.
would you test the whole population, sir? And guess what? You don't answer my question. Why is only less than 2% of African DNA in the genome? So who are they testing them against? If less than 2% of the African DNA is in the goddamn genome.
I'm trying to respond, but you keep cutting me off. Again,
You're
the reason why you want the reason why you wouldn't do the math you presented because that doesn't make any sense. Why would you can't get every single
So answer my goddamn questions.
Okay, get over this.
It was getting hostile in here.
Because you're afraid of what I'm about to say.
Answer my goddamn question, dude. Stop.
finish.
No, answer the question.
Please.
Repeat the question. Who are they testing these people against if less than 2% of African DNA is in the human genome?
Said who are they testing these people against? So the study itself was just to see how much indigenous, that was called DNA, is within like the African diaspora. That's it. The Black American diaspora. That was it. So when you say who they're testing against, they're not testing against anything. They're just trying to see how much of this DNA is within these people.
So who are they testing? Who are the indigenous samples they're testing for? Who is the indigenous samples they're testing for if they have no indigenous North American DNA samples?
Okay, so you're trying to have me get hyper specific to whatever Cherokee.
Yeah, specific. They have no indigenous North American DNA samples, sir.
That's a fact.
No, what?
They don't test for indigenous North Americans, sir.
Are Cherokee Indians indigenous to America? Yes or
They
no?
don't have samples of
okay,
Cherokees,
so you're not going to answer
sir.
my question, but I got to answer every question in the world.
Yes, but they don't have indigenous North American samples, sir. They don't.
So you said yes, right? Yes, they are indigenous to America. Cool.
Yes.
So I don't know every single Indian that you can think of.
$221,000 Africans are only confirmed to have been brought to the United States. So how does that become into 40 million or 50 million Black Americans in under a short time
I
frame?
don't even know what you're talking about. Again, back to
You
Indians
know what I'm talking about. You brought up some percentages, right? You said that only 5% of us has Indian DNA, which they have not even taken a human genome.
Of the 5%,
Hold on,
only
they
2%
have not even.
show
They
some
have
form
not
of
even.
indigenous DNA.
Hold on.
So how are they testing Cherokee when Cherokee is a nation, not a tribe? You know, Cherokee is an amalgamation of different people, right?
Wait.
First of all, I'm not
It's
saying
an
that there's
amalgamation.
no black people that have indigenous
It's an
DNA. I'm just saying
amalgamation
the
of
number is
different
very small.
tribes. It's an amalgamation of different tribes, sir.
Wait,
so what are
since-
they testing?
Since he's so educated on DNA testing, maybe he can explain why my results changed.
Right.
It ain't testing. I'm just reading studies.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's because you're not an expert on your family lineage. You're not an expert on DNA either. Obviously.
Again. So when it comes to that entire study, right?
When it comes to that entire, you're basing it on one study. Where's your
I'm not
cross?
saying that there's no black people
Where's
that don't have any indigenous
your cross referencing that, sir? Cross-reference then.
Okay, like I was saying, I don't think what's up, bud. I don't think there's any black people that don't have a single what's it called shred of indigenous DNA. Of course there is.
You know,
right? But the mindset, but you would agree with
sir.
that most black people in America don't have indigenous DNA.
I don't. So, because name
Okay, well,
10
then you're wrong.
name 10 Africans that came here to the United States, sir. Name 10. If you can't name no Africans that came here, then shut the fuck up about our DNA.
Okay, I was gonna name them, but again, you're so afraid of
name 10 of them. Go ahead, name 10 of them. Go ahead.
Patrice Lumumba. It's so hard to freaking pronounce these names. Remember, they're African. Wait, hold on. Why am I playing this dumb game with you? I'm not about to stay here and name 10 Africans. What the fuck? What the fuck is the point of
because
that?
you
and them people. They only
And
take people that's irrelevant to us, like in South America, that received the bulk of the transatlantic slave trade, not here. So I don't know where they get this crap from Skip Gates or Rick Kittles or whoever, but that data doesn't even make any sense because you whole lot got NAGPRA, whole lot got BIA policy and blood.
Can you display some data to prove that most Black Africans are indigenous? Can you display some?
who is black and who are black Africans? That's an oxymoron because I thought black men Africans.
Americans, can you display some DNA that shows that most Black Americans are indigenous? No.
DNA, I can show you paper. So DNA or
It's not every
paperwork.
Black person.
You use a DNA test with the BIA to prove that you're indigenous.
Can you use a DA test with a BIA? Explain what a BIA
To prove that you're Indian. Do tribes make you take a DNA test to enroll in it?
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Yeah, exactly. Because they have no standing.
Think like you. Most people understand you don't have to have a fully understanding of your history to be a real American. That's dumb.
You're not a real American, sir. You're not. A real American is telling you.
By your standards, like again,
Yeah, a real American is telling you you're not a real American.
I'm not going to tell you.
What's the significance?
I'm not going to tell you. I am not going to tell you.
Why bring it up if you're not going to educate?
About African and you don't know everything.
And that's an admixture test that go back accurately 5 generations. Do you know how many years 5 generations is? Did he show the study stating that they don't have no samples from Virginia Indians or any Southeast Indians?
I told him that. I told him that.
There's no studies. Yeah, there's no studies on our ancestry to make a reference. And don't you know that DNA is S&P based? Don't you know that S&Ps come from region specific and environmental mutations? Don't you know that there's no such thing as an environment being specific to one continent? There's a rainforest on every continent. There's a mountain ranges on every continent. There's a cold part of every continent, bro. There's no way for them to
weather
tell.
on every continent. Like you can get a tan on like just about the equator because the equator doesn't just revolve around Africa; it revolves around the planet. So that would also be the Americans if you're going to play with that environmental skin color trash. That would mean there would be Black people on every continent.
Exactly, bro. And because we get our S&Ps from specific environments, and a lot of the times we live in the tropical regions on every continent, from Negritos in India, from Pygmies in Africa, from fucking Negritos in Southeast Asia, Sundaland. You know what I'm saying? Brazil has the same environment. So it entails that they need Black people genetically to live in Brazil, or they would develop hereditary sun poisoning like they got today. But go ahead, bro.
Cool. Well, so I never claimed to be some form of DNA expert, but I guess the reason I have an issue with this is because it makes me feel like you guys think the Atlantic slave trade.
Did we say that shit, nigga?
Hey, what up? How you do, bro?
Did we say that it didn't exist, nigga? We got slave voyages right here. Yeah. We want you to show us. Yeah, we got slave voyages right here. People in the transatlantic slave trade. You know how many Africans they got documentation of with first and last name?
Can I talk?
Okay,
Hold on, one
so
second.
we would agree
One
then that.
second. One second. One
Go ahead.
second. 1 second. Yeah, yeah. Take. We got. This is after. This is from the last 60 years of the trade, right? 60 years of the trade from 1806 to 1866. This is how many records they got of people coming to mainland North America with by name, and these are the only names in the goddamn database. 80 goddamn two. 80 goddamn two. 80.
Again,
82.
Say it again, David. Say it again,
82.
David.
Now in Harvard is taking on slavevoyages.org as well. You know what? You know what the number is? You want to know what the number is for Harvard?
221,000.
Hold on. And this is all of the goddamn Americas. 40 years of goddamn research for all of the Americas. All of the Americas. 30,000 voyages, 200,000 people.
Bro, can I talk?
Go
Hold
ahead,
on,
Keith
bro.
Casper.
Yeah. Like hissing. Your people, like hissing. African Americans, right, are the example of, right, you know what I mean, struggle, you know what I mean? And I don't see no, I don't mean to as like a disrespect, right?
I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It's like you slurring.
Oh, sorry. Like, can you hear me now?
I mean, yeah, you can hear. I can hear you.
Yeah. So sorry. Like African Americans, right, are the primary example of, right, people who have gone through struggle, right, and have always been like, you know what I mean, no matter what, the people to be the example of human beings. You know what I mean? Your people, African Americans, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, African American. Who's African American?
You people, like your African American.
Who is you people? Who is you people?
You, as in like the people.
I'm not an African American, sir.
Oh, you're not African American?
No.
All right, say no more. I'll probably show my mouth right now.
Yeah. I don't think anybody on here is an African American.
But like the people who came from
Chicken on Sundays.
African on Sundays.
Do we agree that over 12 million Africans were transported to America from Africa? Do we agree on that?
So Harvard only got 200,000 records of it. So we don't know.
You ain't see what we just showed? Hold on, bro. You know that these slaves had insurance and they were titleable, right? Taxable. So there's records and there's muster rolls and shit with them on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just make up numbers. You have to read the muster roll and count these people, bro. And of course, we're not counting the people who supposedly jumped off the ship and drowned. You know why? Because descendants can't come from people who drowned, bro. They never made it here to have any descendants.
They died. Excuse my French. They
Okay.
Can you name the Africans? Can you name the Africans in your? Can you name any Africans in your family?
So do we agree that 12 million Africans are transported?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Okay.
No, we
So
don't.
you guys believe in a fairy tale? Thank you.
Do we believe in the? Can you name Africans in your family, sir? Yes, it's not irrelevant. It's your family.
Relevant.
If you descend from Africans, why can't you name them, sir?
So that means no. That means he's cosplaying being a.
Yeah, he's cosplaying. You got them $5 Africans. You 23andMe Bantus. You know, you got them spit kit. You got them spit kit Yorubas. Like, come on, dude.
So now that we're okay, so
Nah, you don't even have any.
Versus real African.
Yeah, get this time waster off my panel, please.
The time waster.
You don't have any first-hand accounts. You don't have no personal history for yourself.
When African women say they want to marry an African man, do you really think they're talking about you spit kit Africans?
He says 20. That's what they are. They're 23andMe Bantus. They're ancestry evangelists, 23andMe disciples, but they can't name their African ancestor.
Ancestry evangelist?
Ancestry evangelist, nigga. Yeah.
They don't know nobody in their family that know anybody from Africa.
You say they don't even know a cousin that know a cousin that has a cousin in Africa. Goddamn.
Not irrelevant, bro.
My heritage, what's that? Jehovah Witness.
You better coin that term. I'm weak. I gotta coin a lot of terms. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta coin EBA. I gotta coin 23andMe disciples, ancestry evangelists. I'm not gonna lie. I get spit kid. I didn't get 23. I didn't come up with 23. You said what?
Would you like
What'd you say?
Would you like to hear a message from our Lord and Savior DNA?
Mhm.
That's crazy work.
I don't know why my Wi-Fi turned off in my phone,
But
be here, baby.
how does God gonna run with DNA, even though they ain't even finished the human genome?
Right. I'm a 23andMe disciple.
Gates is my idol. The
It's really
test
simple,
the
bro.
Bible. Just say you're African before I bite you.
Just real quick, y'all. Real quick. Admixture tests are S&P based. S&Ps are inherited only a few ways. You hear me? Environment, region specific. You hear me? So there's no specific region that's secluded to one fucking continent. Like we just said, tropics is on every continent. There's a cold environment on every continent. You get what I'm saying? There's tundras. There's fucking wintergreen forest on stretched across the continent from Russia all the way to Europe, all the way to Canada. They have the same fucking environment. There's no way to entail a specific S&P from a specific region because the need for one environment is the need for that same environment on every continent. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know how to break it down Arnie style for y'all.
Hey, just say.
Sal Juan Batista, they was on their way to Italy when they blew that ship up and stole those people.
Some contrary in the comments said the Human Genome Project completed in 2003. LOL finish. Okay, if that's the case, where is the Indian in the Human Genome Project, and they're only testing people from South America?
Tumo. Goddamn. The truth is finally out. Pashowski. Yeah, the truth is finally out. Respect from okay. What? We got a Somali that's not a terrorist on the internet? No, nah, respect to you though.
Crazy.
Like what? A Somali that's not trolling, man. Thank goodness. It's some hope for y'all. Goddamn. Yeah, there's too many people for us all to be the same for sure. For sure, Steve. Yeah, we're all African. Sorry to break it to you guys. We're all African. So we got to go back to Africa.
Finally.
Like we all got to go back. We all got to pack up.
Has any of y'all went to Africa? Have you visited Africa? Have you had the itch to go to the
Your
motherland?
mom's friend, you're definitely African. Stop it. You're from Nigeria.
Yeah, you wish I was African. What the hell are you talking about?
Stop it.
I ain't never been to Africa. I ain't from Africa.
I've seen you there.
Ah, yeah, right.
You was eating
what you doing in Africa?
Y'all both was eating the goosey soup together. Y'all was eating the goosey soup with the.
I've seen you there too.
Y'all ain't see me nowhere.
What is that?
Shout out to
Get that off the screen.
What is that?
Blue Eyes
That's an Egyptian king. That's King Tut.
Oh man.
Somali was wow.
Shout out
That's
to
a Somali.
Oh, for real, that do look like King Tut though.
Hey,
Word.
yo.
Here's what I
That's
meant
one
though,
of the
right here.
creepy dolls you see in the horror movies.
Oh, that's what you meant. Let me see what you got.
Nah, for people who be talking that stupid shit, that's all. Environmental influence on gene expression and function. Natural selection, epigenetic modifications that happens through the environmental factors. That's all. But I'm not going to break all that shit down. Yeah.
It said direct damage to the DNA. So if you look like that, your genes is damaged.
Damn.
That before.
Ancient Egyptians were Somalis. Ancient Egyptians were Somalis, Ethiopians, Kenyans, and Nigerians, etc. Hey, what's up, Jack? How you doing?
Egypt. The word Egypt comes from over here, and y'all stole a bunch of stuff. The Egyptians stole a bunch of stuff over there. Talking about you the originals, but you got corn in your tombs. Like, please.
What language did they all share?
Tobacco and the cocoa leaf. What language did they all share?
It ain't none. Besides
Tap the
Swahili, and
screen,
that come
y'all.
from the Arab.
Tap the screen, y'all. Let's get up to 30K. Let's get up to 30K. If you're proud to be an American, tap the screen.
If you don't want to get sent to Africa, tap the screen.
No, we don't want to hear. We don't want to be evangelized to ancestry. You know what? You can come up if you can send me. If you send me 2 galaxies, I'll bring you back up.
Yeah.
You gotta send me. Oh yeah, you gotta send me 2 galaxies. Venus 1. You gotta send grandson a galaxy. So.
Period.
Yep.
That's only $40.
Why is it okay for foreigners to rep their flag, but not Americans? Americans can't rep their flag?
There's a lot of people. There's people that complain if we do.
Really?
Yeah, you ain't never seen it.
Well, I really never repped the flag. I really never repped the American flag for real. Maybe during 9/11 or something like that.
Just look at how he said. Look at the haplogroups of Egypt. Okay.
What's going on about Egypt?
Oh, I'm responding to the comment.
Oh, okay.
You capping. Most of their women was Eurasians. Most of the women's had H. So they need to stop.
But yeah, you never really repped the flag, so you never seen like hostility. Some people.
I mean, I've lived out the country before, so I've seen a certain level of hostility when, my boy told the guy in his language that I was American, and he felt some type of way. I was like, bro, I don't care about politics. But yeah, I mean, that was the only instance that I could recall that it was but it wasn't. Hey, it had nothing to do with no flag though.
Right. But yeah, this like an internet thing. When they see an American flag in people's bios, it's like they see the WW2 flashbacks or something going through their mind or something when they see us Black Americans with American flags in our bio. It's probably more prevalent on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. Twitter, they'll definitely show you.
What they want us
Yeah, they'll call you pretendian. They'll call you colonizer, aligning with the white tea supremacy, all types of nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
And you're not Black. You're not Native. You're not. You're African. You're African. Okay.
What's up, Yin?
Wait,
who said the top?
Who's African?
I am African. Who calls himself American? We're all Africans.
Host,
if you
I
say
have a
you're
question.
American, you're African.
She's trolling right now. What's up? What's up, Laktuma?
I used to have a small question. I was wondering, the Black American culture, the music, is it influence from African drums or African music, or is it something?
I mean, we influenced that music. I'll tell you that.
Okay. I have a little bit bad English, so
you're all right. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's an interesting name right there, grandson Shim.
Yeah, but the reggae music is also from America, right? I mean North America. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
a lot
this
of
weirdos off my panel. My bad. Go ahead. You got it. My bad.
You guys are really creative people when it comes to music. Very, very, very
Thank you.
creative. With the culture and everything. So I want to say, as an African, I used to want to say thank you for that. It's really good music, Without Black Americans, oh my God, no music, no good music in this planet.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you have everything, You have jazz music, you have rock music, you have R&B, hip hop, reggae, everything. It came for you guys. So thanks.
So,
Thanks.
yeah, blues, jazz. What's up, Native? Native Brown is in the building because he formerly Native Black, but he said he's not black no more. So yeah, Native Brown is in the building, y'all. Probably a sane person. Probably a sane person came on. Right, exactly. What's up, Gar? What's up, Garzan?
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
But we just chilling.
Nah, I've been around here stirring up trouble. You already know.
I'm stirring up trouble too, apparently. Well, shit, we had a lot of Caribbeans today.
Man, they is pissed right now because nothing that they're saying is actually sticking because they know it's a lie. Oh, well, you said Caribbeans. I used to say Africans. My bad.
Yeah, the Caribbeans are here heavy today. Earlier in this live, my live stream earlier, Caribbeans are in here heavy.
What the hell going on? We ain't celebrating no 4th of July, is we?
Nah, that's hold on. I ain't trying to do too much talking, but you see that last name Francisco? That means free man in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? My ancestors were a part of that whole Spaniard colonization thing. I got Sephardics in my blood. For them who asking. And I got unalive records with actual, Sephardic on it. So more on it. I show it all the time. But that's all.
Thank you. Finally, someone showed up, pulled receipts. Like, that's all you got to do. Research, search your family. I found my great-great-great-grandfather who fought in court that he wasn't, quote-unquote, Negro. He was indigenous, and he won, and he was set free.
And he owned? He got it.
Nah, he ain't known. They hide his information. What do you mean?
If he went to court, he should have court records.
He does.
That's my point, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He does, but it's look. Go to the Hampton Museum. I'll post up the story for you, since I know I'm in a safe place.
My ancestor was Mary Key. Her and Juan Pedro. They the ones who sued the White Lion. People for piracy. They stole them off the Juan Bautista. They weren't slaves.
This is my great-great-great-great-grandfather, 1636. He was born in 1666. February, he was set free because some of us tribes in here, we had the same texture hair as them so-called Africans. We had, skin color, dark tone. We were different colors, but they called us all Negro. They called us all slave. He was set free to give his land
I never
back.
seen nobody do that.
Okay, he was set free and then give his land back. 1636. Look at the date. The Negro slave. They call him Jack Negro.
Yep.
Whoa.
We not
never
African.
seen.
We not black. They changed. See, it's Kikotan, but it's originally Kikotan. They put C, they'll change it to E. Let me show you how they changed the name on us. Let me show you how they do it. This is how they stole our names. This is how they stole our names. See how it's spelled there? See with the K? And you see how that's my last name, Tan, with 2 N's. It's not Asian, it's not Pacific Islander, it's native to here. Kikotan connects directly to the tribe, a legacy along the Chesapeake Bay. Okay? I did the same thing you did. Trade. This is how I traded. This is how I found it. We were the first people that thrived here in Hampton,
Stop
Virginia.
walking. I'm
Over
up here. What you
10,000
laughing
years,
for?
the ancestors stewards of the land practiced sustainable crop. We cultivated land. And then this is the tragedy that happened. These freaking
Continue to make
Mzungu.
you laugh. This mute gonna make me laugh. No.
Pikatan, this was a massacre that happened in 1610. They came on the land. If you read the story, I pulled it up. I'll pull it up for you. Read the story. It shows you here. Kecoughtan, Virginia. We scorn the guy, John Smith. God damn, they blowing out fireworks. Virginia, Englishman, John Smith, initiated trade talks with he was one of the first settlers from England. One of our leaders in our nation. He wanted to use our men to crop his land and cultivate his land. And we laughed at him and we said, you can't feed yourself. We marketed him for his inability to feed himself. Like we literally was laughing at him. And think about it. How were they able to communicate it with us if that was their first time coming to the island? If they didn't already have similar languages that we already had? They didn't come up with language. They keep saying, English is a German language. No, it goes back further than that. We invented all the languages. These people are new here. They're not even real people. Anyway, but yeah, so they came. Look at this. This is another name change. Look at that. Kecoughtan. What the frick is that? Like, what is that? Why they changed the name every time they documented something? They would change the name and keep changing the name, keep rewriting the name until they eventually nobody knows what the original name is. Right. So the only names that even stuck around were like Choctaw, Seminole, and those names. But smaller groups, smaller tribes, they weren't as big. They could completely erase almost.
That's facts. So you got your mom. See, they keep changing their name. They put it with a Y or a J. Also, they came up with that Muskogee stuff, which that's basically a Scottish Freemason thing. Yeah.
So it's not. It takes work. It takes work, but once you find it and you see what happened, it opens your eyes way more. So I would say everybody. Find out, go to the county record, go to your county where your parents were born, go to the county where their parents were born. They have the records.
Yep.
They have it. They have to. They have to keep everything on record because when they brought the so-called slaves here, they were collateral, they were loans. Okay? And then when they try to group us all in together, they had to get all of our information. They had to get all of our tribal names, the original ones, so that they can lease out land and lease out different things and different loans in order to create what we have today. Like this shit is all in record. They have to have it, or there's no credit system. There's no economy system. The $39 trillion in debt, that all goes to us. That's our credit. That's what we work. That's our labor force. They're using our labor. They're using our work skills. They're using our minds to go and sell out to other countries and make money off us and keep all the wealth.
Who is Brick? Just frustrated my uncles and also my dad's side don't see the value in ancestry research. What's up, Monty?
Appreciate it.
What's up, Monty? Brick. What's going on, Brick? Oh, she dropped.
Oh, I thought your shit say Big MAGA. I was about to go in on your.
All right, what happened? Did they say Big Mad? What about Big Mad?
No, I thought it said Big MAGA.
Oh.
I was about to go crazy. Like, oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Like, they bold too. They jumping in everybody's damn panel. I'm like, why are you here?
Oh, they're Blaga. They're talking about
Yeah,
Blaga.
Blaga, yeah. They mad because they can't go to either side. They can't go to the YT folks. They don't want them, and they can't come back home because it's like, bro, you done betrayed the whole group.
That's right.
Black.
Venus was like she about to say, I hate my mama.
I'm sorry, mama.
That story you telling.
I never meant to hurt you.
You can't hate the
Emo
MAGA.
discrimination is crazy.
You can't hate
Emo
MAGA and not hate the Democrats. I don't know.
I don't hate anybody, but both Democrat Republicans can pack it up and go to hell.
Sure.
Fuck
You're
it.
right. Facts. Facts. I
Like,
agree.
Leave here.
Deport them all.
Well, more importantly, right? It's not about hating either party. It's about us unifying on and aligning with a single agenda, and we can't do that.
You said agenda or gender?
Agenda.
Oh, I thought you said gender.
You know, an agenda that outlines our issues. You know, our interests. Right? We haven't done that yet as Black America.
I mean, it depends on what we're going for. If the agenda is to get reparations, then we got to stop calling ourselves Black Americans. If the agenda is human rights and, you know, basically like whatever people want as far as equal treatment or whatever, then essentially we kind of got to do the same thing, but we gotta literally reach out to every BLK person. So it's like there's two.
You said you black.
There's too
black.
there's too many oppositions to movements. So it depends on what the agenda you want is. I say we go for reparations first.
Well,
Bro, you black, bro.
Well, at the end of the day, reparations, but also equity, period, across the board in every space in his life. Equity in education, equity and
I messed it up.
I'm sorry, equity and public safety, equity in medical care, health care, everything in every space, equity. That's
But
what
where are you going to ask for that? That's what I'm saying. If you go into this government to ask them for anything or tell them anything other than let my people go, then you're literally getting yourself sucked back in.
No, Garzan.
You're literally getting sucked back into the same machine.
Garzan.
You're going to get sucked back into.
I do. I want to go to Stimmy
Don't
too,
you know
dude.
Don't you know how to advocate and make some demands and negotiate for yourself?
Who
know
are
how
you
to do that, right?
demanding? You're demanding the people that literally came on this land and massacred you.
Oh man, I don't want to hear that. You're here. Unless you plan on leaving this country.
What do you mean I'm here? This is my land. This is my shit stuff. I know I can't curse. This is my land. This is our land.
You're not doing anything about it.
Yes, we did. We went
Well,
to court.
did.
We went to court. We fought in court and won the case. And my family won the money. That's why I'm telling you.
I got my land, but I'm talking about us as a collective. I'm talking about as a collective.
Saying, oh, we want to demand you this, no, you have to go there and say you don't have jurisdiction over me. You don't have no type of control of what I do or what I want or what anything.
Well, you're just talking. You're just.
I'm not. I'm telling you what we did.
I already have my land too. I got that.
And you, how did you get it? Was it given?
I went to the South Carolina Court of Equity.
And did you have to purchase it or was it given?
We got to know. No, we didn't have to purchase. We already owned it. My people.
You already owned it. Okay.
We already owned it.
So
since
if you already owned it,
1710. Since 1710, bro.
They can't come and take it from you, right?
No, they cannot. No, they cannot.
Okay, then. So that's what I mean. Why would you ask for
we're not talking about
why would you
individual
ask
efforts.
the
We're
people,
talking about collectively.
Why would you ask the people that came and took something from you, took something from our people?
Okay, dude.
They need to do exactly what me and you did. Go directly to their state court. Go directly there and say, you don't have jurisdiction over my land. Here's the records of my people owning this land before this person came and murdered them. And I have records of that.
I do agree, Garzan. I do agree with that 100%.
So I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying there's different agendas that counteract other agendas. So we have to pick one, go with that, and then go on to another.
All right. So now that you and I, our families, we have solidified our land. So what about us living amongst the community? How do we move forward in that regard?
We have to wake up as many people as we can.
To do what though? To what end?
To restore their land where they are, and make sure they can get their land back. Because the more people that we do that for, the better chance we have to liberate all Black people and getting them their reparations that were indigenous here. And then we can talk about, the quote unquote Africans that came over here when there was no Africa when they were coming over here. So I don't even know how we're going to do that, but that's a whole nother case. We have to go with what we can do right now. Right now, what we just did is the only thing that's possible.
So what? So what state I mean, if
I'm in
you don't mind
Carolina,
asking,
North
you're in
Carolina.
Carolina, North Carolina or South Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina. I probably
Okay.
know some of your family members. I'm be honest.
We're in South Carolina. Perkins.
You ever heard of the Tan family?
No, we're Perkins.
You ever heard of the
We're
Chandlers?
Perkins and the McCormicks.
You ever heard of
Perkins.
the Chandler? Any Chandlers out there?
No.
Okay, we sold land. We gave land to them. This European colony. We gave this old 98-year-old white dude came up to me and he saw me. I was working at Spectrum. It's like a Verizon store. I was working there. He walked up to me with a record of land purchase that was 1760s. That we gave him land. We gave his family land. The reason why he was over here, he was telling me all of this, and I was like, "That's crazy." Told me where to go find the document, go to what county to go to, like, and you can't take the stuff with you when you go there and look at it. You could just look at it. You can't take pictures or nothing. That's how protected they have this information. They don't want nobody knowing.
Well, we had the deed to our great grandfather's land, but we still had to it was still in his name. We still had to transfer the deed, right? He's been unalived for almost 150 years. So we were able to do that easily. But we had to go to the court of equity.
Yeah.
And we had to put it in a trust. And we did register with the United States Department of Agriculture.
We had to put like $500,000 in the trust, and we received the land to my aunts and uncles because they're the ones that's going to get it first. They're the first heirs, so then it comes to me after that.
We didn't have to do any of that. The collateral is our land. Our land is our land.
Y'all didn't get money too?
No, what do you mean? No, what do you mean? We ain't selling it. We're not selling our land. Our land is our land. We
keep the land.
We raise trees on our land. We farm trees. We do
Yeah,
trees.
we had peanuts.
We're a tree farm.
Corn, we had freaking pig farms. We had everything. Shit's crazy. We fed the whole East Coast just about. We were shipping out, man. We was doing so much business and commerce. You don't need dollars really. All we need to do is trade with each other. And we can do that now. I think that's the main agenda. Trade with each other. You got services, I got services. You got products, I got products. Let's make this and build. They show you this. They show you like how you start with like an ink pen. If you start with an ink pen, you find somebody who wants an ink pen, trade it for like a bar of soap. Then you take that bar of soap, find somebody that needs that bar of soap, and trade it for like a pencil sharpener. And then you found, you know what I'm saying? Like you slowly work yourself up.
Hold on, tap the screen, y'all.
Well,
tap the screen, y'all. Oh yeah, tap the screen, y'all. Let's get up to 40,000 likes.
Well, excuse me, young lady. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut over you. David, I'm gonna say a good night because I gotta get up early to make sure I get to the powwow on time.
All right, you have a good night.
Yeah, y'all have a good night. Thanks for letting me up, David.
No problem. No problem.
Oh, he said Darvid. I just said Dalvid. I was like, there's no L.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is, look, we have to come up with an agenda, and it has to be authored. Who's going to author the agenda? Darvid, are you going to author the agenda? Author it.
Carry it out.
Write it down. Yeah, you got to memorialize. You got to put it in writing.
I could actually do that. That's actually a good idea. Because it needs to be documented too. And we got ChatGPT, we got all these AI, we could literally do that. Make sure everything that we want is in there and then proofread it and then have it published. And then have it published as like the what will we call it?
The Black Agenda.
See, I don't want to call it that.
Why not? American Agenda? What do you want to call it?
I want to call it something that we all.
Well, we would have to vote on it. We have to take a vote.
We would have to vote on it, but it can't be black and it can't be African.
Okay. Well, we have to vote on it. Well, definitely not African. Definitely not African. Definitely not African.
See, like we the tan, so I can say the tan.
Who the tans?
That's mine. That's me. That's my actual indigenous name is Tan.
Oh, Tan. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about. Okay.
So I can call it the Tan Initiative. I can call it that. But because there's different shades of tan. There's dark tan, there's light tan. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that could be a demand that's on the agenda that we get our land back. Number one.
Yeah, that could be a portion of it.
That could be a top priority. We have to prioritize our demands.
Exactly.
So who's going to write it? Who's going to author it? David, Osiris. Can you author the document?
Who is that?
It's Darvid.
Darvid, that's what I said. Osiris.
Said David.
Oh, I'm sorry, Darvid. I thought I said Darvid.
Osiris. She said Osiris.
I mean,
So-
I could.
I fuck with you.
So yeah, it's okay. So who's going to author this document of the Black agenda? We can sit here and talk all day long
We got
about all
a
these
petition.
different things.
I know folks got a petition up that handles that.
Really? Where's
Yeah.
the petition? You got a link?
I'll send it to you, kid.
Okay. Am I following you?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
send you a link. There's a petition out.
Restitution
So,
of the American.
Are they gonna? So is it a commission? Like, we have to donate? We have to fund it? I mean, I'm fine with doing that. You know, my contribution.
No, you can
doing that?
donate. The Urban
definitely
Indian
gotta
Heritage
donate.
Society.
'Cause we're gonna have to go out and carry out the initiative. We're gonna have to go out and show people how to trace their lineage, show people how to go to court, file the
Well, that's one. But that's one thing on the agenda. There's other things that has to be on agenda, Garcin.
Well, yeah, that's why we gotta tackle it one by one. How you gonna eat an elephant whole? You gotta eat it one by one.
True.
Shit. We got the Urban Indian Heritage Society has a petition.
I like the.
Yeah, Phoenix. My cousin Phoenix Moon started it. And people that work with her, my other cousins. So
Is it out of where are they out of Maryland, DMV,
Virginia and Pennsylvania.
or Virginia,
Oh,
Pennsylvania?
yeah, that's my area right there.
And
Oh, hey,
yeah.
yeah, same thing. I'm in New Jersey.
Virginia, Pennsylvania station. Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, and California. Yeah, that's where they're stationed at. We're actually gonna be speaking in LA October, so at Southwest College.
Y'all sound like y'all having a good conversation. I'm gonna keep it short. I gotta go see another patient. So I hope y'all on tomorrow. So I like the discussion. So I'm gonna hop off. Y'all gonna be on tomorrow or not?
I mean, I'm on every day.
All right, bet. I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all be safe.
Get into that
All
bag. All right, go say some lies.
Ain't no y'all be safe. I remember all that trash he was talking.
Yeah, he's talking mad shit.
Oh, he was talking shit. Oh,
Yeah, he's talking mad shit.
my bad.
We stay dangerous anyway.
Oh yeah. Nah, they had they was having a discussion about the Carmelo case and these these YT folks, they're paid actors to get on these panels to stir up nonsense. That's what they do. And they literally they have. You said what?
I said there's some black ones who are paid too.
Yeah. There were some black ones that are paid too. So you got to watch out for them.
For sure. Yep. Hey,
But back to what
live
we was
is
talking about. Yeah.
live is dwindling down.
On your tack map. Get on. Back on my feet. Change your map. Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp.
Oh, this flower. Stop.
Popping the